That penguin walking to its death? It's not the first one. And what the scientists did when they tried to save it will haunt you. Everyone's sharing the depressed penguin video. Millions of views, thousands of comments saying, literally, me FR. But nobody's talking about what happened next. Nobody's mentioning the other penguins that did this. And definitely nobody's telling you about the Antarctic law that made filming this moment technically illegal. Let me explain. This video comes from a 2007 Werner Herzog documentary. But here's what went viral versus what actually happened. The clip you're seeing, that's maybe 30 seconds. The full scene in the documentary is over 3 minutes long. And in those missing minutes, something deeply disturbing happens. Herzog and the scientists don't just watch this penguin walk away, they follow it. For hours, across the ice, the penguin never stops, never looks back, never hesitates. It just walks. And here's the part that'll make your skin crawl. The scientists told Herzog they've seen this before. Multiple times. Different penguins, same behavior, always walking inland, always alone, and every single time they're not allowed to intervene. Why? Because of Antarctic treaty laws protecting wildlife from human interference, even when that interference could save a life. So what actually causes this? The scientists in the documentary had theories, but here's what research has uncovered since 2007 that changes everything. Theory 1. Magnetic confusion. Some researchers now believe that solar flares and magnetic anomalies near the South Pole can completely scramble a penguin's internal compass. These birds navigate using magnetoreception. They literally sense the Earth's magnetic field. When that system glitches, they might genuinely believe they're walking toward the ocean when they're actually heading into oblivion. Theory 2. Parasitic brain infection. This one's darker. Scientists have discovered certain parasites that infect penguin brains and alter behavior. Toxoplasma-like organisms that essentially hijack the penguin's decision-making. The penguin thinks it's making a choice, but really a parasite is driving. Theory 3. The mercury theory. Antarctic waters have increasing mercury levels from pollution. High mercury exposure causes neurological damage in birds. Some researchers believe these suicidal penguins might have mercury poisoning that destroys their ability to make survival decisions. But here's the detail that never made it into the viral clips. When researchers tried to physically pick up these penguins and carry them back to the colony, and yes, they tried this before the laws, the penguin would wait until the human left, then immediately start walking inland again. Like it was programmed. Like something was calling it. Now, why did Werner Herzog even film this? Because Herzog isn't a normal documentary filmmaker. He's obsessed with death, chaos, and the moments where nature reveals itself as fundamentally hostile to life. This is the same guy who made Grizzly Man about a man eaten by bears. The same director who was literally shot during an interview and kept talking. Herzog went to Antarctica specifically looking for moments like this. Moments that prove nature doesn't care about you, doesn't have meaning, and doesn't operate on human logic. In the full documentary, Herzog narrates this scene with his signature German accent, saying something absolutely chilling. Even in this land of ice, there is evidence of insanity, of nature producing something that goes against its own programming. He's not sad about it, he's fascinated. Because to Herzog, this penguin represents something we don't want to accept. That consciousness itself might be a mistake. That self-awareness might be evolution's cruelest accident. But here's what nobody's connecting. This video didn't go mega viral in 2007. It got some attention, sure, but it exploded now, in 2026. Why? Because we're living through the loneliest era in human history. Studies show Gen Z reports higher rates of isolation than any previous generation. People are more connected digitally, but more disconnected emotionally. The average person has fewer close friends than ever before, and then this video appears. A creature walking away from safety, from community, from survival itself. And millions of people watched it and thought, I get it. The penguin became a symbol, not because of what it was doing, but because of what we're all feeling. We turned a biological malfunction into a manifesto. We gave meaning to meaninglessness because we're desperate to feel less alone in our loneliness. The Nihilist Penguin isn't about the penguin at all. It's about us. About a generation that feels like they're walking the wrong direction and can't figure out how to turn around. But wait, there's something else. Something Werner Herzog revealed in interviews after the documentary that didn't make the final cut. When they were filming in Antarctica, the research station had a psychologist on staff. Not for the penguins, for the humans. Because people who spend extended time in Antarctica start displaying similar behaviors. Isolation, disorientation. The overwhelming urge to just walk out onto the ice and never come back. They call it big eye or toast syndrome, a psychological condition unique to Antarctic researchers, where the endless white landscape and months of isolation cause people to mentally break down. Some researchers have walked away from stations, just like the penguin, and some never came back. Herzog learned this and realized, the penguin isn't an anomaly, it's a mirror. Humans in that same environment do the exact same thing. The only difference is we have the language to call it depression, existential crisis, or suicidal ideation. The penguin doesn't have those words, but the behavior, identical. So that viral video isn't showing you a weird penguin, it's showing you what happens when any conscious creature, human or animal, can't handle the weight of existence in an extreme environment. Here's what'll keep you up tonight. Scientists estimate that 1 in every 50,000 penguins does this, just walks away. In the vast colonies of Antarctica, that means dozens are doing it right now. While you're watching this video somewhere on the ice, a penguin is walking inland, alone, toward nothing. And somewhere in a city, a human is feeling exactly the same way. The viral clip ends with the penguin walking toward the mountains, but the documentary doesn't. In the full version, the camera holds on that tiny black figure, getting smaller and smaller against the white expanse until you can't see it anymore, just empty ice. Herzog's final line in that scene, and if you took this penguin back to the colony, he would immediately head back toward the mountains. No music, no resolution, just the truth. Sometimes something breaks, and there's no fixing it. So now you know everything the viral video didn't tell you. The science, the laws, the human connection, the darker implications. One question remains. Is it more comforting to believe the penguin made a choice? Or more terrifying to know it didn't? Because if it's just broken programming, just faulty wiring, just a glitch in the brain, what does that say about the humans who watched this video and said, that's me? Are we choosing our loneliness? Or are we just walking inland because something in us is broken too? Comment your answer. And if this changed how you see that video, send this to someone who needs to know the full story.